Dear white friends, this conversation is inspired by a brother from another parent that lives in an entirely different country and that cared enough to check on me. He wrote, "Witnessing the news the past few days, I have been thinking about racism, and in parentheses, and you. Did you attend protests? How are you these days?" I just wanted to make sure to put all of this information in one spot. I've heard it from a number of places, and I want to make sure you get it. First thing I need you to know. Every black person ain't gonna want to talk. They ain't gonna want to sing. They ain't gonna want to pray. The ball is in your court and has been. That's first. Give them that space and let them do what they prefer to do. It is not our work to do. That's first. Second, what can you do? Talk to people. Check in on your people who are black, your people who are persons of color. There is a spirit of anti-blackness, of anti-melanation that is pervasive in this entire globe. How are you responding? There's a personal, there's a public, and there's a political, hopefully, response. How are you responding? So after you do that, then talk to your people. Like, talk to other white folk. This can't just be white folk who get it talking to white folk who get it. Or white folk who get it talking to black folk or talking to others. Let's be honest, white folk aren't the only problem. They're not the only people who are mired in this system of systematic oppression and anti-blackness. We are as well. We have had to do our best to climb out of it, to love ourselves. You know how politically incorrect it is for a black person to love themselves? Hence, Black Lives Matter. All lives are very important. They are special. They are sacred. We have the image. We are made in the image of God, whether you believe or not. But yeah, who's getting killed more? Let's be real. You say it's about safety. The police officers fear for their lives. There are other jobs. How many police officers are being killed? How many black women and men are being killed? Think about that. Personal story. I actually thought that I was being called to the military to be a chaplain. I've been considering it for a while. There's chaplains in my family. And as I prayed on it, knowing I'm a pacifist, I was like, okay, cool. I can have a bodyguard. I don't need to arm myself. But it's like, you know what? I'm supporting this war machine that I don't agree with. This can't be what God is calling me to. So if you are a police officer and you know that the system's corrupt, are you still there? Are you there to make a change? Or are you there to make no change at all and just continuing to kill black folk? Y'all, let's take this down to a personal level again. Yes, police brutality is the thing, but personal safety is where I'm coming from. I have been on my bike on Harvard University's campus, crossing the street at a crosswalk with a stop sign. Do you know how many times I feared for my life because of people and their attitudes? If they will merely say something to me with such vile venom on their lips, then imagine what they would do if they were really angry behind that wheel. Wonder why I wear my helmet all the time and those bright reflective vests and stuff. Like, if you hit me, it's going to be because you want to hit me. I'm just going to give you a few more tips. I'm going to go over a few more things. That's how I feel. I don't speak for anybody officially yet, but this is where I'm coming from. All right? On being colorblind, it is only possible to not see color when you share your scars of suffering. Don't do your best to stop your suffering and hurt others. And then try to say, oh, but we're all human beings. Oh, all lives matter. If all lives matter, then why redlining? I mean, we can go back. This didn't just start last week. This didn't just start in 2012 with Trayvon Martin. This didn't just start with Emmett Till. We can go back. Number 2, we've already talked about Black Lives Matter. 3, black on black crime. I love this. But black on black crime. Do you know any black people who make guns? Where are they getting them from? Who is getting paid? Who are arms dealers? Oh, I know one. I have a passport from them. Next, riots. I do not and I will not condemn the rioting. I always celebrate protest and I celebrate self-expression. I will not condemn, I will not support the riots. Understand that. We all know there's some snakes in the grass breaking windows too. So let's be real and understand that. Killing cops. See what I just said. If you need me to state it plainly, I definitely will. The last few things. Do your legwork. Coordinate with others. It's not on your black friends to give you all of the answers immediately. You got books out here. Books for days. All right? Get to work. The first book was published in 2011. This one in 2012. This one, you might recognize it. It's in Arabic, but it's a Bible. This one was published a long time ago in a land far away. Last point, don't rush. If you are in this, then be in this for the marathon, not the sprint. Friend of the family heard someone wants to solve the immediate versus solving the global problem. We need to solve the global